The opinions expressed on the KrisAnne Hall Show are not necessarily those of the host or station management, but are definitely those of the founders of this nation. Connecting the dots of the Constitution for you like no one else can. The KrisAnne Hall Show. She's an attorney, a disabled U.S. Army veteran, an author, public speaker, mother, pastor's wife, and a patriot. She's KrisAnne Hall.
Any informant that crosses that lady's path has met its match.
Rise and shine. Liberty-loving patriots, it is a beautiful Tuesday morning. I am still here in upstate New York. May I mention to you, New York has two different planes. There's upstate, and then there's the rest. May I mention to you also that they're very different. Upstate New York, although I haven't seen any real evidence that it's any different politically. Geographically, it is much different. I'm wondering, though, does perhaps the upstate Coloradans have a new plan? Well, apparently, in northeast Colorado, there are some people who are hoping to create a whole new state seceding from Colorado itself. I'm just thinking, I'm liking the fact that people are starting to think outside the box. People are so fed up with what's going on that we're getting some really good alternative solutions to problems. These people in Colorado, Weld County, are sick and tired of being ignored by their state capital. They said the commissioners have expressed concern that the needs of rural northeastern Colorado counties have been ignored by the state legislature in Denver. Well, guess what? They're speaking up. They want to be heard. They said this isn't an R versus D issue. This is much bigger than that. Now, the interesting thing about this is that in order to become a new state, it would have to be approved by the state legislature and U.S. Congress, which means it's not likely to happen. However, they are getting heard, are they not? I mean, the real issue here is, what are we doing to be heard? What are we doing to have a voice? What is it going to take to wake us up? I mean, is it an oddity that in Connecticut, the TV viewers were so outraged over their cable TV going out that they actually called 911? I think this is a pretty good indication of the temperature of our nation. When we're more outraged by our loss of entertainment than we are by the fact that Barack Obama golfs again. That Obamacare is going to completely destroy the Constitution by granting the federal government more power, unlimited power. I can't even say more power because it grants them unlimited power. Once Obamacare really hits the streets, I mean really, It's already a law. Now, you and I know it's not a constitutional law and therefore it's not valid, but Congress doesn't know that. And your state capitals don't know that. So, the validity of a law, its enforceability, is determined by those whom it's enforced upon. Do you simply submit? Do you simply give in? Do you simply say, oh, well, it's the law of the land because the Supreme Court says so? We're not outraged by that. We're outraged by the fact that our cable TV has gone out. I mean, this is not an oddity. I spoke to a lady at a meeting last night whose husband got ranting, raving mad because Fox News slipped off their cable channel for an hour. I'm just wondering, is this what has to happen? Maybe we need to have a massive EMP strike to cut the mainline feed to our entertainment so we will wake up and notice that liberty is crumbling all around us. Do you know that a New York mother of two is eligible for $38,000 in welfare benefits? More than the annual salary of a New York entry-level school teacher? A mother of two of children in Hawaii gets $60,000, almost $61,000 a year. 33 states and the District of Columbia offer welfare benefits that pay recipients more than an $8 an hour job would. 12 states and the District of Columbia offer welfare packages that pay better than $15 an hour. What? Are you kidding me? Why in the world would I choose to work if I can sit around and produce babies and make $15 an hour? And then simply run and play. I'm not saying that that's what people do as a whole, but I'm saying, wouldn't you? Why can't we elect people who are liberty-minded? Because we are paying them to be mindless. Why can't we overcome the progressives? Because they are paying people to be mindless. And then on our school systems, creating mindless people. True story. True story. My husband's cousin is a government school teacher in a small rural community where you still have some good-minded teachers. School had a college appreciation day. All the teachers wore their college jerseys to help promote college education in the minds of the middle school, high school, and elementary school children. In her class, 3rd grade, they had a discussion about continuing education, about college. What do you want to do? Where would you want to go to college? She had students in her class say, I'm not going to college. Students in her 3rd grade class, I'm not going to college. Why wouldn't you want to go to college? I'm just going to get my check like mom and dad. I'm just going to get my check like mom does. This is the mentality that is creating a socialist society. You don't create a socialist society through government. You create a socialist society through the mentality of the people. Well, listen, turn off the TV. This is why I'm talking about this media fast. Even you and I need to unplug every now and again, because we are being controlled. We don't even realize it. I memean, why is it that the fact that Fox News slips off the TV for 4 or 5 hours is more outraging than the fact that 33 states pay people at least $8 an hour to do nothing? Is this our war on poverty? By creating more dependence? There are now 126 low-income programs in the federal government. 72 welfare programs offer cash. Cash! For what? Oh, I don't know. Whatever. I mean, are you kidding me? We have crazy things going on. The federal government telling our border control to not enforce the law. We have crazy things going on. 100,000 people in New Jersey will lose affordable health care plans under Obamacare. Our government is spying on us. We're having to file lawsuits to keep our cell phones private. And we're outraged because the cable TV goes off. We're amused by Russian sprinters kissing on TV. Seriously, people, what is going on?
The KrisAnne Hall Show.
Hi, I'm Jay Trumbull, but you can call me the Culligan Man.
Hey, Culligan Man!
Yeah, that'll work too. For over 55 years, my family has been in the water conditioning business, and I'm proud to serve North Florida and South Georgia. From bottled water delivery to top-of-the-line water treatment systems designed to remove contaminants and minerals, Culligan truly is better water, pure and simple. Visit us online at CulliganTallahassee.com or call me at 850-580-0300. 580-0300. Culligan, better water, pure and simple.
Would you trust your eyes to the lowest bidder?
There's nothing wrong with saving money on eye care, but before you settle on the lowest price, make sure you're getting the best value.
Visit Tallahassee Eye Center just off Mahan Drive and Capitol Circle Northeast. They make sure your eyes are examined by a doctor of optometry who isn't just there to sell you glasses.
At Tallahassee Eye Center, they'll provide you with the right prescription and thoroughly check your eyes for cataracts, glaucoma, and other diseases that could seriously impact your health and your vision. And they always provide quality eye care, no matter how old or young you are.
So don't just settle for the lowest price on vision care for your family. The dollars you save may not be worth the price you pay.
I'm Dr. Susan Whaley. At Tallahassee Eye Center, Dr. Meckler and I offer the most technologically advanced eye care available. Plus, we have a great selection of fashionable glasses or contact lenses, so you and your family can enjoy a lifetime of good vision.
Call 216-2020, 216-2020, online at TallahasseeEyecenter.com.
Clearance
Clearance! Clearance! It's the big online clearance blowout, only at 12,000under.com. Right now, every quality used vehicle is on clearance. Log on to 12,000under.com. It's easy to search, easy to view, tons of pictures and videos, Carfax reports, and more. Bad credit? No credit? Slow credit. Our credit experts can get you approved. Browse our huge selection of pre-owned vehicles on clearance and under $12,000 right now at 12,000under.com. Plus, log on today and make no payments till next year. Hurry, these clearance prices will not last. Nearly every car, truck, van, and SUV is just a click away, and they're all on clearance and under $12,000 during the big online clearance blowout at 12,000under.com. That's 12000under.com. Just browse, click, drive, and save. Prices plus tax, tag, and title fees. Deferred payments based on qualified credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Sponsored by Legacy Toyota.
When you take the family on a 5-day getaway, the last thing you need is a problem with your car. So bring it into Auto Alley today for an inspection before you go. For over 27 years now, your locally owned Auto Alley has offered same-day service and nationwide warranty on most repairs. Ask for details. Auto Alley's expert staff can repair your air conditioner and brakes for a cool and safe trip. Auto Alley can replace those worn-out tires and do that front-end work you've been putting off. Don't spend your vacation waiting for a tow truck along the interstate. Bring your car, truck, or SUV into Auto Alley before leaving town. Their expert technicians will send you off on a worry-free vacation. Sorry, they can't do anything about whiny kids, but they can make it a safer, more comfortable trip for everyone. Bring your vehicle in today. Auto Alley, located at 5019 West Tharp Street, just outside Capitol Circle Northwest. Worth the drive from anywhere in Tallahassee. Call 576-9835 for Auto Alley.
When you need electrical services anywhere in the greater Tallahassee area, there's only one name you need to know.
Lawson & Lawson Electric.
For 2 generations, there's only been one company that can handle any electrical project, from new construction to industrial to complete remodels, whether commercial or residential.
Lawson & Lawson Electric.
The reason they've won so many awards is because they've earned your trust with fair, consistent pricing, honesty, integrity, and quality workmanship they stand behind. That's why the best customer service experience you're ever going to have with an electrical company is with
Lawson & Lawson Electric.
The good guys. Guess who does the electrical work for so many local restaurants, department stores, retail centers, pharmacies, schools, churches, and too many others to mention?
Let me guess. Lawson & Lawson Electric.
Now you got it.
Check them out online at llelectrical.com. Call 562-4111. That's 562-4111 for Lawson & Lawson Electric. License number EC1 3002150.
Jason Butera here again for The Printery. You've heard me say how The Printery offers color copies every day starting at just 36 cents. But did you know that we also offer same-day turnaround? Free pickup and delivery, letterhead, envelopes, booklets, flyers, postcards, posters with foam core mounting, presentation binders with tabs. The Printery, home of 36-cent color copies every day. From business cards to banners, if it's ink on paper, we've got it covered. Call us today at 877-6418.
The KrisAnne Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
Complete insanity has infected this nation. Now, some of us have not been, although we've been exposed, have experienced some immunity to this disease. But this is how crazy things are in this country. How absolutely insane. In Michigan, a family has been violently targeted because they're going through with the prosecution of a government school teacher who molested their 8th grade son. 6 teachers have spoken out against the sentencing of this man. He's only going to receive 15 to 30 years in prison for violently molesting an 8th grader. And the government school teachers are like, well, you know, he just made a mistake. It was just one kid. He understands what he's done and he wants to make amends. Are you kidding me? Their house has been attacked. Possibly Molotov cocktails thrown into their garage at 1:30 in the morning. Their house has been spray painted in defense of a child molester. What? What? I mean, really? How is it that you have teachers in a school system defending a child molester? He's only looking at 15 to 30 years. And they're upset about that. It was only one kid. What? What are we doing here? Will somebody please tell me? What are we doing here? They will call evil good and good evil. Why is it that we cannot get sanity in this country? Why is that? There, a 16-year-old boy with 2 other teenagers, 15 and 17, randomly killed an Australian baseball star in Oklahoma. Randomly killed. No motive, they said. We simply wanted to make a name for ourselves. Well, they're facing charges of first-degree murder. But where is Al Sharpton? Where's the NAACP for this mindless killing of this innocent man? This mindless shooting of this innocent man. There's not a picture of the perpetrators anywhere. Not a single picture. Why aren't we outraged like that? Where is Alan West calling for a federal investigation of this Oklahoma town? Why don't we have the Department of Justice jumping in and taking over this situation? I'm trying to show you the hypocrisy here. You have teachers in government schools defending child molesters. You have the Department of Justice investigating states, condemning them, but investigating themselves and allowing constitutional destruction. Can I turn off cable? Do I have that power? Just asking.
The KrisAnne Hall Show.
Lindy's Chicken, you're gonna love it. Hot and juicy with all the fixins. Fried chicken, rotisserie too. Sandwiches and wings for the family or the crew. Ray and the gang are cooking it now. It's a taste that melts in your mouth. Lindy's Chicken, take it home. Lindy's Chicken, you're gonna love it.
Former President, military chief in Pakistan, Pervez Musharraf, indicted for the 2007 assassination of former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. Happened during a rally in Rawalpindi. Egypt, the head of the Muslim Brotherhood, now being detained by the military. That after Islamic militants executed 25 off-duty police officers in the Sinai. Around 300 tons of highly radioactive water have leaked from the crippled Fukushima nuclear plant in Japan. In western Pennsylvania, a 10,000-gallon fuel tank exploded when flying across a road, killing a worker who was welding nearby. But it could have been worse.
Neighbors say they're fortunate that there was a large tree in their yard that actually broke the fall of the diesel tank. Otherwise, it could have landed on top of their home and possibly causing even more injuries.
And Air Force B-1 bombers crashed in Montana. The crew ejected safely. Each plane cost $300 million. There are now 2 dogs living in the White House. 1-year-old named Sonny has joined Bo. Both are Portuguese water dogs. Doug Limerick, ABC News.
ABC Network News on Freedom 93 FM is brought to you by Kraft Nissan.
Like us on Facebook at Freedom 93.3 FM.
When you take the family on a 5-day getaway, the last thing you need is a problem with your car. So bring it into Auto Alley today for an inspection before you go. For over 27 years now, your locally owned Auto Alley has offered same-day service and nationwide warranty on most repairs. Ask for details. Auto Alley's expert staff can repair your air conditioner and brakes for a cool and safe trip. Auto Alley can replace those worn-out tires and do that front-end work you've been putting off. Don't spend your vacation waiting for a tow truck along the interstate. Bring your car, truck, or SUV into Auto Alley before leaving town. Their expert technicians will send you off on a worry-free vacation. Sorry, they can't do anything about whiny kids, but they can make it a safer, more comfortable trip for everyone. Bring your vehicle in today. Auto Alley, located at 5019 West Tharp Street, just outside Capitol Circle Northwest. Worth the drive from anywhere in Tallahassee. Call 576-9835 for Auto Alley.
Stewardship Dry Cleaners knows you only have one chance to make a good first impression. That's why they have 12 convenient Tallahassee locations to serve you. Go to stewardshipdrycleaners.com for locations and coupons.
Killing mold is what we do. Making your home safe for your family and you. I'm the mold man. He's the mold man.
Hi, I'm John Hassler, owner of Indoor Environmental Management. Our name's long, but our mission is short. Mold's growing in your home, we kill it. Got mold? How do you know? Are you or any of your family members suffering from allergies, sore throats, asthma? Does your home have a crawl space or musty smell? Or have you ever had a water leak? These are signs of mold growth. Our 30 years experience in the construction industry and extensive background in microbiology and building science makes us the only solution to your mold problem.
Call 383-MOLD. That's 383-MOLD for the mold man.
Nobody trucks like Ford trucks, and nobody discounts Ford trucks like Tallahassee Ford. This month at Tallahassee Ford, drive a new 2013 F-150 Super Cab STX 4x2 for only $399 per month. That's $399 per month. Tallahassee Ford has one of the largest selections of new and Ford-certified pre-owned trucks. So if you're thinking about getting a new truck, you gotta check out Tallahassee Ford. Because nobody, and we mean nobody, discounts new Ford trucks like we do. It's all going on now during Ford's Summer Spectacular Sales Event. Tallahassee Ford, where great deals are only the beginning. Check us out at TallahasseeFordLincoln.com.
2013 F-150 Super Cab STX 4x2, stock number 17994, $3,000 cash or trade equity due at signing. 72 months at 2.49% APR, zero security deposit plus tax, tag, and title with approved credit. Offer ends 8/31/2013.
The opinions expressed on the KrisAnne Hall Show are not necessarily those of the host or station management, but are definitely those of the founders of this nation. KrisAnne Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
93.3 Freedom FM. KrisAnne Hall here behind the Liberty First microphone. You have to laugh, because if you don't, you might just slap someone. I'm just saying. It really, you got to keep your head about yourself with all of this stuff, because we have a job to do. You see, we can get frustrated and we can get aggravated, but the bottom line is our children are paying for this, or will pay for this eventually. We have suffered a government that says, well, we've avoided this for a little while. That's good enough. When Thomas Paine said, if there be trouble, let it be in my day. He said that's the only response of a generous parent. See, the immorality of our country is breathtaking. That we can consider extending budgets, right? If your congressmen vote, your senators vote to raise the debt ceiling, you know what they're saying? They're saying, well, we can avoid this crisis now. We'll just put it off on our kids. That's what they're telling you. I don't care whether they have an R or a D behind their name. We'll just put this crisis off for a little while and make our kids pay for it. That is immoral. Everything that we do affects future generations. I fell out yesterday. Fell out. I heard Senator Blumenthal say that we should continue aid to Egypt because all we have left to send from the 2013 allocations are just 4 F-16s and a few helicopters. He said, that's all that's left. We've already given them everything. All we have left to send them is 4 F-16s and a few helicopters. He says, that's not a lot of stuff. That's not much. We should just finish it off. Really, Senator Blumenthal? You guys think that a magazine that holds 10 rounds of ammunition is too much for Americans? And you want to send Egypt F-16s and a few helicopters because that's not much. I didn't see this quote anywhere in the mainstream media. I mean, I'm not. Why is it that we're not showing this hypocrisy? I mean, this is the really good stuff. Why isn't Fox jumping all over this hypocrisy? Because it just shows you how ignorant these people are and how hypocritical they are in deciding who gets to have weapons and who doesn't. They don't want us to have guns, but they want Egypt to have F-16s. Who knows who's going to be in power tomorrow? I'm opposed to giving any aid to Egypt. Why? All we do is pacify one group or the other, never knowing. This has been an eternal turmoil over there. Who's in power today is the opponent tomorrow. And who's the opponent today is who's in power tomorrow. This is insanity. You can't send these people weapons. Which side is defending the Christians today? Which side is murdering the Christians today? It's not going to stop. All we're doing whenever we send aid and ammunition and weaponry over there is bringing about our own demise. They hate us. Both sides can't stand us. They love our money. They love our aid, but they hate us. This morning, I'm just trying to encourage you. It doesn't sound like it, but really am. I'm just trying to encourage you. Let's get back to some basics. Let's get back to the fundamentals. I told you, I've been reading Common Sense. Now, Common Sense is not very long. I mean, you want to sit down and read it, you could do it in an afternoon, but I don't want to do that. I'm savoring it. I'm studying it. I'm stunned once again by learning the focus of our framers. Do you know why a natural-born citizen was necessary to be president? Because they were absolutely opposed to any foreign influence whatsoever. With the commander-in-chief, the person who would be in charge of our military could have absolutely no foreign influence whatsoever. Remember, Washington said that foreign influence was the most baneful foe to a Republican government. But what I'm learning, again, reconnecting with, because you have to reconnect with these things. You can't just read your Bible once a year. You have to read it every day. You have to reconnect. Now, I'm not likening the words of the framers to the Bible. I'm just saying when you have timeless principles, you have to reconnect with them. Thomas Paine expressed the sentiment of most of the founders of our nation. Stay out of foreign politics. Let's not even have allies, Thomas Paine said. We need to be the merchants of the world. We live in the most prosperous country in the nation, in the world. We need to be the merchants of the world. He says you cannot be appropriate merchant if you're making friends and making enemies, because you set up allies and then all of a sudden you've set up automatically enemies, people who hate you simply because you're friends with people. Now, I'm not talking about isolationism here. I'm not talking about isolationism. I'm just saying let's have the proper focus. In all things, moderation. We're not supposed to be the defenders of the world. We're not supposed to be nation building while our own country crumbles to the ground. Our nation was built with the understanding of liberty and the fundamental principles of commerce. Why are we purchasing oil from foreign nations when we should be selling it? We got to get back to the basics. We got to get back to where we came from. I want to read to you something. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by the authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of right ought to be, free and independent states. That they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown. And that all political connections between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved. And that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, capital P, mind you, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, fortunes, and sacred honor. Listen. That word state does not mean Florida, Georgia, Texas, New Mexico, New York, New Jersey. It means, as they said, that all political connections between them and the state of Great Britain. That word state means Great Britain, France, Italy, Spain, which means every state in this union, according to the Declaration of Independence, as a free and independent country. That's what state means, country. Have the full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and do all other acts and things which independent countries may of right do. You want to stop the insanity? Let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to the fundamental understanding that our states are independent, sovereign, free countries with the power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and do all other acts and things which independent countries may of right do. Well, KrisAnne, but we've surrendered some power to the federal government. We surrendered nothing. The 10th Amendment says we delegated power. Delegation is a temporary assignment to perform a function. And when they fail to perform that function, that delegated responsibility returns to the delegator, which is the states. I'm not talking about secession. I'm saying we don't need to secede. The states have all the power they ever wanted. They have all the power that they ever needed. They simply need to assert this power. Shun the insanity. Wake up and get control of your states. This is where your power is. Tell Blumenthal to take a flying leap. Tell Obama he can play all the golf he wants on his own dime. Let's take back this country.
The KrisAnne Hall Show.
Attention business owners and office managers. Is your computer support guy treating you like a bad date? Not returning your phone calls? Never showing up on time? Not fixing things right the first time? And costing you way too much money?
Enough is enough. Call On-Call Computer Solutions, voted Best Computer Services Company by Tallahassee Magazine and the Tally Awards. On-Call specializes in IT management and computer repair for small and medium-sized business, cloud solutions, website and email hosting, website design, internet marketing, and more. After all, don't you just want this stuff to work the way it's supposed to? Stop the agony of poorly managed technology in your office today. Call On-Call Computer Solutions at 224-1008. That's 224-1008. Or visit our website at tallahasseebackup.com. Call now and ask how you can get 2 free hours of computer support at your business today just for trying us out. Call 224-1008 today.
This is Gene Deckeroff, and I'm at Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep. And I want to tell you about our summer clearance event. Right now on all our 2013 Ram 1525 and 3500 trucks, you can get savings up to $11,000 off the MSRP. And Consumer Report says that the Ram 1500 is at the top of the list. If you're a business owner, you can receive an extra $1,000 off. That's $12,000 off MSRP on the 2013 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. The summer clearance event is going on right now at Tallahassee Dodge Chrysler Jeep. Tallahassee DCJ wants to be the Jeep headquarters of America, too. During this event, we have 2013 Jeeps starting at just $18,999. With over 100 Jeeps available for sale, you are sure to find one for you. No one has the selection of Jeeps that we do. And with prices starting at just $18,999, no one will beat our price. On the corner of West Tennessee and Capitol Circle, where we're right on the corner and always right on the price. Dealer retains all rebates and incentives, must provide current business license to receive $1,000. Prices plus tax tag and dealer fee.
Your home's air conditioning system serves you many more hours than your car, and, like your car, needs routine tune-ups to operate in an efficient and reliable manner. E&B Heating and Air's Precision Tune-Up includes everything that can possibly be done in order to restore your system to its top condition. Call E&B today for the 21-point tune-up. Only $99 for a limited time. Call 575-9119. That's 575-9119 for E&B Heating and Air. License number CAC 057604.
All floor models must go at Clark's Appliance.
You heard right.
Clark's is going to the buying fair, so all floor models must go this week.
Air conditioners, bedding, refrigerators,
Stoves, washers, dryers,
even microwaves.
Save big bucks this week only on any of your appliance needs. Appliances, bedding, up to 25% off. Open at 7:30. That's Clark's Appliance at 3244 North Monroe, where all floor model appliances and bedding must go this week.
6 days a week, Tuesday through Sunday. That's how often you can dine at Ray's Steel City Saloon and enjoy something different and delectable every time. In addition to an amazing menu, Ray likes to mix it up with a weekly cuisine theme. When you need private party space for up to 100 and off-site catering, check it all out at rayssteelcity.com. And don't forget about Sunday brunch from 10:30 till 2 at Ray's Steel City Saloon, 515 John Knox Road, just a block east of Monroe Street.
The KrisAnne Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
Hey, in this lobbying for liberty, I just want to tell you we need to declare independence. I'm declaring independence this morning from the insanity. I'm declaring independence this morning from politics. I'm declaring independence from mainstream media, mush-mouth, brain-dead propaganda. I'm declaring independence from using my tax dollars to arm my enemies. I'm declaring independence from politicians who want to arm my enemies and disarm me. I'm telling you, let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to the understanding that we are free and independent. All political net connection between us and every foreign nation is and ought to be totally dissolved. And that as free and independent states, we have the full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and do all other acts and things which independent states may of right to do. May I remind you why we made this declaration? Can I just repeat to you some of the reasons? Reason number 1, he has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. Hey, your government is refusing to enforce the laws of this country, which are most wholesome and necessary for our public good. They want amnesty. They want to make criminals legal. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance, unless suspended in their operation until his assent should be obtained. Hey, when you remove the word he and his and put in your federal government, do you see not what's going on? Your states are being prohibited from protecting their borders, which is immediate and of pressing importance, unless the federal government gives their assent. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing his invasions on the rights of the people. Do you know that you don't have to actually get rid of the House of Representatives to dissolve them? You can simply declare them irrelevant and impotent. You can dissolve the House of Representatives by saying, hey, if Congress will not legislate, I'll go ahead and regulate. If Congress will not pass laws, I will. I'm not reading to you my Declaration of Independence. I'm reading you the Declaration of Independence as signed by the 56 signers July 4, 1776. States remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions within. Are you kidding me? He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws. He has made judges dependent upon his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amount and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substances. There is no better definition of a regulatory agency. Congress has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substances. Congress has kept among us in times of peace standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. This is crazy. He has excited domestic insurrections among us and has endeavored to bring the inhabitants of our frontiers, whose known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. He has abdicated government here by declaring the states outside our protection and waging war against us, for suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with the power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. For imposing taxes on us without our consent. Isn't it about time we got back to the basics? Isn't it about time we understood where we came from so we can go back to where we need to go? Isn't it about time we declare independence from this insanity? Free your mind. Get liberty focused. It is time to declare independence from this madness. You are a free man. Act like it. Come back tomorrow and we will fight and stand for liberty again and declare the independence of our children.
Boss, you're going to want to hear this special bulletin from the Crooksrust newsletter.
Calm down. What is it?